friends, Robin here from Cheese from Scratch. So today I want to show you guys how to make ghee. I have so much cream in my fridge right now, like a lot of gallons. And so I'm going to be skimming all of that cream off of that milk and making it into butter, and then I'm going to be making it into ghee. So today I have a ton of cream in the fridge, and I don't really feel like I'm gonna make it into butter, but I don't really feel like pushing all the buttermilk out of it and then making it into butter, and it doesn't take that much work, but I'm just kind of feeling lazy today. So I'm gonna make it into ghee. And we love ghee at our house because ghee is a shelf-stable food that I can just make and put in the pantry, and I can use it for frying food, for frying halloumi, which is super yummy. Use it just in all sorts of different places. If I don't have any butter, I'll spread it onto toast for the kids. So it's just a really great shelf-stable food that I can keep in my pantry. So to get started here today, I've skimmed all my cream, I've made my butter, and I've made it into my blender here. And so now I'm going to get as much of the buttermilk off as I can. But I'm kind of, like I said, I'm kind of being lazy. I don't really feel like pushing it all out and washing my butter and doing all those things, which I usually do because I like to have butter that's going to last a long time on the counter. So I do usually, if I'm going to make butter, I'm going to make it properly, I'm going to wash it, I'm going to push all the buttermilk out of it. But today I don't feel like doing that. So what I'm going to do here first is pour off as much of the buttermilk as I can here without losing any of the butter. Oh, jeez. Okay, push as much of that buttermilk off as you can. And then this is a life hack for you. Put the thing back on. If you made it in a blender, go back to your blender. Just one little blend. Back. Dump a little more, and that's just going to get as much of that buttermilk out as you can with minimal work, because minimal work is my jam. So next thing you're going to do, you're going to put that buttermilk aside, use it for something else, use it for pancakes, waffles, whatever you want to use it for. It's good food. And biscuits are always good. So putting it into the pot here. More buttermilk coming out there. All right, so I've got my butter in the pot here now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna quickly, in the next 30 seconds, just press out as much of the buttermilk as I can. And this is just going to make the whole ghee process actually happen a lot quicker. And then once I've pressed out as much as I can, I'm just going to pour that into my buttermilk bowl. There we go, save that for later. But right here, you don't have to do a ton of work, just kind of a little pressing out. But the more you press out, the less time it's going to take to cook down to ghee. But again, it's not the end of the world here. Okay, there. So I've got most of the water that the buttermilk that I'm gonna get out right now. And so now I'm going to move my pot to the stove. I'm going to put it on medium-low heat, and I'm going to start to cook it down. So the process for making ghee is super simple. So you're going to cook it down over the next 20 minutes or so over medium-low heat. It's going to start to get this foam on top of it, and you're going to go ahead and skim that foam off. It's still got lots of fat in that foam, so it's super great for using in cooking all sorts of different things. I like to add it in with vegetables. So go ahead and skim that foam off. As you get farther into it, you're going to have less and less foam, and that foam's going to actually start to turn into little crackling. So you have to be super careful though, because it's really easy to actually burn ghee. So making sure that you're checking on it often. This batch I burned here, but you're shooting for a nice golden clear liquid that doesn't have any more foam on top of it. You can see in this batch here, I didn't burn it, and you can see all that white that's in the ghee, and you want to be getting all of that white out so that you have a nice clear golden liquid that doesn't have any foam on it. And the way that you tell that it doesn't have any more foam on it is when you hear it stop spitting. So it's going to be, you're going to be cooking it over low heat and you're going to hear it spit, 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 but all of a sudden it's going to stop spitting, and that means that there's no more water left in it for it actually to spit out. So as soon as it stops spitting, you want to take it from the heat, remove it from the heat, and you want to skim off those last little bit of cracklings. They'll be delicious as long as you didn't burn them. And then you're going to strain your ghee through a cloth-lined funnel into a clean jar. Hey guys, did you notice I had a pot switch in the middle of the video? It's because I actually burnt the batch that I was making today. Life happens. I got a baby sleeping on my lap. Anyways, so sometimes it's going to happen that you burn it, but you want to be watching super careful so that you don't actually burn it. You know that it's done, as I talked about in the video, when you hear that spitting stop. So it was spitting, spitting, spitting. Now there's no more water for it to spit out. You're done. So skim it off. It's nice and clear. You strain it into a jar and it looks beautiful. So once you put it in the jar, you want to make sure you don't put the lid on until it's completely cool. So I say for like 24 hours, don't put the lid on at all, because you just took all the water out of that nice ghee. You don't want to put any back in there. So if it starts to sweat inside that jar because you put the lid on, then you're going to have some mold growth. So making sure you leave the lid off until it's completely cool. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, because I know you just did. And I will be back next week with another great video. I can't wait to see you guys again, and follow me over on Instagram. And is that everything, Jasper? Do you like ghee? No? How come? Cause it's not good?
No good. Not good.
Not as good as butter?
Not as good as butter.
All right, bye guys.